In this presentation, I just want to cover a wide variety of areas of what causes depression. Let me start out with saying my association with Norman Cousins many years ago when I was at the University of Pittsburgh, when he started a very important program at the UCLA Medical School. It's called the Psycho-Neuro Immunology Program. And Norman Cousins, as many of you would know, was confronted with the two terminal illnesses. And how did he cure his illnesses? It's just by watching comic movies. So he took off from work, and from morning till evening, till he went to bed, just watched comic movies. And then he got well. And then he reversed his disease. And then he wrote a book called The Anatomy of Illness, which became a bestseller. So comedy is something that can reverse your illness, even a terminal illness. That's how powerful is comedy, because it makes you to laugh. And when you laugh, you can even reverse your diseases, which is a biological fact. Even your biology responds to it. Not only the mind responds to it, even your biology, your cells respond to it. So we are here to understand what is going on with the comedy. The comedy really takes you out of your mind. You know, it's all a matter of managing your mind, managing your thought process. You cannot separate mind, thought, emotions. They all go together, and they are interconnected. And if you are able to keep that in mind, that everything is connected to your mind, your thought process, your emotions, then you can shift from any in a depressive state of mind to, in the next moment, you could be laughing. But people with deep depression feel that, no, I can't do that, because I often come back to that original depressive state of mind. Is there any way that we can address this question from a spiritual point of view? Yes, there is. Most spiritual people tend to go towards some kind of depression, because they do not know how to deal with this world, because the world is really not something that they like. So that makes them depressed, and depression drives them to alcoholism and then drugs, and finally they also take their life. Now, I want to start with how a state of mind gets so deeply entrenched in somebody's consciousness. Because I can relate to it, because this morning somebody came to me and said, I have been crying since 1 a.m. in the morning, and it is what, 9 o'clock. And it is not an accident that this person came to me, that discussed with me her situation. It was God who was giving me a direction to me what I should do about a situation like this. Now, changing from one thought to another thought is not that easy, especially if you are depressed. That the thought is deeply entrenched in your consciousness. I have been involved in this business of helping people to become happy and get rid of their depression for the past, at least in this lifetime, for the past 25 years. You know, this state of mind comes from another lifetime. Depression is not just from this lifetime alone. This state of mind is a continuation from another lifetime, because life survives even though the body dies, consciousness survives. And this consciousness is carried on from one lifetime to another lifetime. So you tend to be doing in this lifetime what you were doing in another lifetime.